Hey, what's up everyone? It's Slavomir here. I hope we're doing awesome. I feel happy, I feel healthy, I feel terrific. Quick recap, and I hope you're doing awesome too. If not, however, bear in mind that you can always tap into power greater than yourself and bend that reality and create positive state of mind, which is very simple. It's only shift from the negative to positive. The way to get rid of the darkness, it is with the light, and the way to overcome cold is with the heat, and the way to overcome negative thoughts is substitute them with positive. Mind is the master power that mold and shape, and man is the mind, and evermore he takes. The tool of thoughts and shape that he will brings forth 1,000 joys and 1,000 ills. He think in secret and it come to pass. Environment is but his looking glass. Alan James, 18th, 19th century, most amazing philosopher, which brings this juicy stuff into few words, and if you cannot catch it up with this juicy stuff, then I suggest to rewind that again and listen again and again and again. It is about bend the reality, and it is worth it, because the condition of illness means that you're going against the stream of nature and thinking negatively. It is abnormal to be ill, it is abnormal to be sick, it is abnormal to be poor, it is abnormal to be depressed and anxious. Those conditions, disability or aboriginal maybe aboriginal. Yes, that's probably, I wanted to go in the wrong direction. Aboriginal. Those are the people in Africa which are called aboriginals, but they are really originals there. But the lawyer called them that way. It is the way of playing bar association with the language. That's why medicine, it is so complicated. Craig Braden, Vishen Lakhiani, me myself, I believe the world is quite simple, and everything around us and about us, it is pretty simple. If you eat the right fuel and if you think the right thoughts, which means connection with the infinitive intelligence and supreme wisdom of this world, as I keep saying, especially if you're religious. I mean, if you do not appreciate the world that surrounds you and you don't understand how your body works and nature, then you are disconnected from the source, because you have not sit down in your class and study enough the law of nature and how your body works and on what fuel works the most efficiently. And I believe it's not designed just for me to take that lesson, and it is not designed just for doctors, because they are far away from that. Actually, if they would be close, we would have no disease whatsoever in this world. And people are scared kind of to abandon this world, like everybody needs to make somehow money. Yeah, especially in the way of harming other human beings. We can abandon this artificial dead way of living through thinking humanity negative, science, medicine, corporation, dead entities, viruses, bacteria, parasites, which govern this world. We have to turn this table, which I'm sitting, or any table, upside down and disturb certain area of our life and transform, disturb, changing many ideas or bringing back to natural state. And I hope that reality will be bent so far as since the bankers push so far, like trying to make cashless society, and remember, it's already happened in Sweden, people are so in love into using cards instead of cash. And I can see this trend in Europe, several places that benzene station, fuel station are already in shops short of money, short of cash, short of changes. The program is going already to program people to the cashless society, so we can basically make it more easy and safe, of course, like everybody would help the bankers to justify the cause of doing it so they can put more digital funds into the circulation and create something out of nothing. Well, I would like to have such a power too. Don't you too? I used to think those kind of stuff should be in the power of each country government, but it's actually not. It is in the power of Federal Reserve and IMF, International Monetary Fund. And actually, talking about Switzerland at the time, I would tap on a guy, amazing guy, Craig Braden, amazing scientist on Humanity Plus. The guy actually tapped into beautiful science and showing through the scientific study, especially in Switzerland, 150 meters underground, 27 kilometers circle, CERN scientific lab that trying to discover what is that secret element. Well, they would never invest billions of dollars into something like that if they did not come up to some fundamentally strong beliefs that they can extract something really valuable for army, for scientific and practical purpose of use. I don't know, maybe it's the chemtrails, maybe it's locking up humanity into the lower vibration. Once they know what's going on in the ether, what is the fundamental key element that binding in the web of ether, time, space and consciousness. So it seems to be like there is a race. Well, that race is probably finished already because they discovered that element, and he called it Divine Matrix. So can you imagine, the movie Matrix was there already, red and blue pill. A lot of people without to be scientifically educated know that yes, you can tap into that power and bend reality. Many people did it, and one of that person is Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali, Conor McGregor, J.D. Rockefeller, J.P. Morgan, king and queens, and all those people who succeed in life. And also the negative energy which operate at the same time. Remember, there is viruses, bacteria, and 1/3 people who are Humanity Plus, 1/3 people who are just kind of parasite, and 1/3 of people in the population that are basically kind of like destroyers, like viruses, like I don't know. It's crazy, but those people who probably pushing in Pentagon and many places for the war machine to kick off, and that's why they using fears, false beliefs and negative thoughts patterns in TV and radio and media to program you, and they keep bombarding you with that. Why would they not do what I do, like, let's say, or Vishen Lakiani, if you ever heard about him? I highly recommend getting into that, because he's a mind opener and he's amazing. He's on Humanity Plus, he's doing incredible work. He become rich and he's enriching millions of people all over the earth. Currently, I believe there is still not enough people knowing what's going on, but there is an incredible, massive shift in the world into much better life and opportunity for human race in the soon future, as much as banking industry progress with cashless society. At the same time, technology might serve us, human race, and we can embrace it, and we can probably lay back, sit down a little bit when we educated ourselves a little bit better, when other part of humanity will catch up with us, because we seems to be like 10-20 years forward. Vishen Lakhiani, Craig Braden, and it's the same like with the medicine, pharma, and many other conscious and vegan and healthy stuff that is basically nature long time ago spoke to us and we ignore it. We already knew about this long time ago, just humanity were brought through deception to the low vibration, and they operating still mostly there for the sake of few people in this world and earth, that the education is still the same, that people going to the same faculties, educating themselves like 100 years ago, and nothing is much more improved. The way we learn, it's really the best way is emotionally, and practical way is to use the practical tools. What is important? Kiyosaki, money, business, everything what we're supposed to know, how to make, how to turn ourselves into a business, investments, to become investors, not just employees, and pay the highest taxes. So in many areas, and the law, of course, which enslave humanity the most. Law supposed to be very simple and equal. If there is exception and exclusion for certain people and politicians, that they have so-called immunity, there is no such a thing in the nature. It's not supposed to be. I mean, we are supposed to be, there are pledges, everybody is supposed to be equal under the law, but you can quickly discover that we are not, and they have this immunity which should be all abandoned and barred long time ago. This is how people believe and never touch the topics. Like, people can be brainwashed. Like, if someone is accused in certain country over something, politicians or big people, they will be dragging it on the TV for a very long time, never look into fact and evidence and simplicity. They'll be looking into most complex solutions, never looking into facts and evidence, and using big words and hardly understood, or asking wrong question to lead astray everybody around. So people don't have a clue how to be Sherlock Holmes and how to get into the place where someone was killed, and to find out who smoked, who drink, who left the tracks, who put any fingers on glass, who came and who go out, who've seen anyone, and why the person which is dead there, if that person has any what can I cannot find the words, enemies, right? If the person have any enemies, so you go find out his relatives, his neighbors, and you ask if he had any financial problem or debt with anybody, or affair with love and stuff like that. Simple stuff. Quickly, you acting quickly, promptly, and decisively at the time before the tracks and leads are go away. If you know that person was healthy and it is mysterious death, you want to act quickly as police and as Sherlock Holmes. You want to discover quickly, and it's simple. Those applications, it is common sense. That is the common sense. It is not common sense to do what everybody else do it just because majority people does it. They did it in the past, and that was called communism and Nazism, and people were doing the wrong things for they thought it was for the right cause, and it was not, as they discover later on. So And at the same time, when the people believe that the war could never end, actually end up, slavery end up, and today even oil and gas will end up. 2025, Denmark will abandon using diesel fuel. So which means electric cars at the time has to be number one major transportation in Norway, in Denmark, in Sweden, in Europe. It's happened already in Germany. So, and the cars will be driving self-drive. Well, Tesla already implementing that. You cannot stop that. That's the future, and that's the way technology can serve us, and it can serve us much better and greater way, that we can stop working and we can embrace that, and we can communicate with each other, we can train, we can run, we can improve the earth, and we can think, what can I do for the planet, not what the planet can do and anyone for me. And we can do that collectively with positive emotional energy, and we can finally enjoy our life and can be smart. But we have to abandon stupid drugs, alcohol, and stop talking to ourselves that this is the way, the best way for us to enjoy. Most majority people escaping from the bullshit life they live, and they grabbing that kind of stuff to escape their mental trauma or stress, because the way business are run and companies are dead way and not appropriate treating people. But again, humanity in kind of certain way deserve that, because they're not ready. They been led astray and they program into false beliefs, fears. And once you connect it with the infinitive intelligence and abundance wisdom and abundance, you are happy, healthy, and you are appreciated for everything. You're not operating from the point of the fear, but you are operating from the point of incredible happiness, and you are expressing your grace every day for life, for health, for everything. And you know that you are made of billion cells, and they are all on the job 24/7 to keep you healthy and alive. And that's why also science today catching up just now with, instead of using processors with silica from Silicon Valley as a best processor, they just now recently coming up with the best source for processing information, and the most efficient is actually water. Fuck. Really? Socrates, let the food be your medicine. Let your medicine be your food. 2000 years ago. Where we are now, we are absolutely lost. Come on, let's look at your body and let's think about your body. How quickly you can process certain time upon dangerous or certain unusual reaction when you feel threatened, or you have to act quickly, promptly, and decisively. You are able to tap into your subconscious mind, and you are quickly, within split of seconds, you can figure it out, an amazing ideas unconsciously through your subconscious mind. So therefore, your nerves, your cells, the water, 70% within your body, it's the most efficient organism, information receiver and sender in your body and out to the ether. And that's how we sometimes communicate. When we think about someone that we haven't been taught for a long time, suddenly that person show up and appear, and we are thinking like, oh shit, that's the senses that we have, information that we can emotionally kick in our gut, which is second brain, powerful, and the heart 1000 powerful more than that brain. So we are incredible beings on this planet. My purpose today is, after week of rest, jumping into the water and learn 1 kilometer of swimming for Ironman next week. That is what I'm trying to do. Bend reality and show up my character and see if that is possible to actually make it. Within 3 months, when the idea pop up, 1.5 I only train out of 3 months because I could not, because of the elbow, knee, hip, tattoo to finish recently actually, so I could not swim. Last week I only learned how to swim. Can you imagine that? I was swimming like that with the head above, and people were laughing like, how can you do that? Well, I persist 3 days. Persistence is what the carbon for the steel. Andrew Carnegie said in Napoleon Hill's book, Think and Grow Rich. So that is the persistence, and mixed with belief, the law of belief, the law of life is the law of belief. As you believe, so shall be done unto you. So I have strong belief, but I also act. And when I act, and when I know I'm kind of prepared for my good physics, but I never run long distance, I never swim long distance, and I never cycle long distance. I'm trying to hammer something that is exceptionally hard, and I was vomiting, shedding in the bushes, and doing all sorts of crazy stuff to push myself forward, to be able to actually believe that the pain will not discourage me. And believe me, there was many reasons to quit, but I'm keep doing it. And even that I'm working 7 to 5:30, so instead of quit 7 to 5:30, I'm actually doing it. Plus I'm trying to hammer within short period of time something crazy. Brothers and sisters, share that with everyone who knows. I put myself on the line. I don't know what's gonna happen. I have to believe it's gonna happen, that I can accomplish that. My purpose and goal is to be between 25 and 50 people, around 2,500 people running there. I don't know. I'm trying. I don't want to give up. I believe in myself, and I believe in the infinitive intelligence and boundless wisdom that will provide. Just fucking do it. And the fear and the death of fear is certain. So I'm trying to not operate from the state of fear, because that is limits. So share that with anyone who you knows, because I want to be actually an inspirational for the world, and I won't stop it. I'll be keep hammering everything what I know, everything what I've learned, and everything what I'm trying to what I accomplished and experienced already. I'm going to be mastering. I'm trying to make it better and better and better and better, to be inspiration for everybody else around there, to quit help people to quit the way they are living, because you, me, and everybody else are here for the purpose, and to do more than just hiding in the corners or getting to your pension and trying to live simple and safe life and trying to escape from your purpose, because we have pre-designed purpose. You just need to discover it. So have an awesome day. I feel happy, I feel healthy, I feel terrific. So therefore I'll jump to the water and make my day, because after that I'm supposed to run 7 kilometers. I don't know if I'm gonna do it, but wish me the best. Take care, Slavo, Oslo Real.